Hey, what's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talks Patriots podcast. Man, we got some Monday Night Football to talk about. We're going to do a recap of the Jets-Patriots game from yesterday. What a game that was for the Patriots. Say anyway, if you're a Jets fan, wasn't a great day for you. Drake made 5 touchdowns. We beat the Jets 42-10, a complete blowout. I actually think it could have been the worst than that. They would have kept the starters in a little longer than the second half. Before we get started, please make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are sharing the content, and make sure you are subscribed to the Cans Pats Talk Patriots podcast, man. Please give me that thumbs up. I really appreciate it as well. This show is powered by the Sportsline Media Network. Make sure you go to www.sportslinemedianetwork.com and check out the website, man. I really appreciate it out there, man. We're doing some great things at the Sportsline Media Network. Got articles going up. We got a lot of shows over there. Probably going out there to the Super Bowl. Got Senior Bowl coming up. Combine draft, so we're gonna be going crazy this whole off season during the for the Sportsline Media, man. So shout out to the network, man. Just once again, it's Sportsline Media, www.sportslinemedia.com. Make sure you go check the site out, man. Check out the team over there, man. Really appreciate it. Where we going? Jets Patriots, 42-10, a complete domination. And I know it was the Jets. I know the Jets don't have a good team, good roster. I think they had a lot of guys out yesterday. Will McDonald, Justin Fields didn't play. Garrett Wilson been out for a couple months. So that's where we're gonna start at Jets Patriots. I know I hear a lot of talk about the schedule, and yes, the Patriots schedule has been easy this year, but you only can play who's in front of you. You only play who's in front of you, and the fact that we are dominating these teams, these bad teams that we're playing, that's good. That's a good thing that we are dominating these teams. We're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that's always good. Drake May was magnificent yesterday, 5 touchdowns. Chisholm had Hooper had the first touchdown. Then Hunter Henry had one. Mondre Stevenson had a touchdown, rushing touchdown as well, and a receiving touchdown. Stephon Diggs got him a touchdown. Everybody was just getting touchdowns yesterday. It was a complete domination. I thought the defense played good. Drake May was 19 for 21, I think, and he could have been 20 for 21. Kyle Williams had a drop and that cover 2 hole shot. I think he was scared he was gonna get hit, but Kyle Williams had that drop, but Drake May didn't turn the ball over yesterday. They didn't come close to a turnover yesterday. Offensive line block. I think they had like one sack. I think, May kind of ran into that sack. Vederian Lowe, shout out to Vederian Lowe. He's been playing real good, man. Will Campbell, he's supposed to be coming off the IR. But Vederian Lowe, he's been coming in. He's been playing good the last few weeks since Campbell has been on IR, and we have really gotten by. So I like the depth that we got there. And now seeing that we've seen Lowe play, he's played much better than he did last year. But I like what I've seen for Lowe. The run game, Travion Henderson had a good game. Didn't score a touchdown. He had a good game. Thought Mondre Stevenson ran hard. The offensive line blocked real well. Tight ends got involved with Hooper and Henry. Stephon Diggs, man. 9 catches, 100 something? No, I think he had 6 catches for 100 and something yards. He kind of had a big day yesterday. Cashed out on some incentives in his contract. 32 years old, coming off a torn ACL. Yeah, I think he still is a number 1 wide receiver. I bet you the Bills would love to have him right now. Buffalo wish he was still there because he's doing good with us. He's been putting up some good numbers with us, man. And the Bills have been struggling at wide receiver since he left. So I like what I'm seeing from Diggs. He got to keep it up though. I think he's 30 yards short. He needs 30 yards to be the first 1,000-yard wide receiver for the Patriots since 2019, and that was Julian Edelman. So some big time stats. He should get that against the Dolphins. Man, it's open up right now. I think the Pats are 11-point favorites right now with Miami. A game that you kind of need. We're going to get into the standings in a little bit, but just want to finish up the recap on this Jets game before we get into some Monday Night Football and talk more about us being AFC East champs. They win yesterday. Like I said, we are dominating some of these bad teams. That's what you're supposed to be doing. We're dominating them. We're not letting them hang around like Denver or like some of these other teams are. We're dominating them. So anytime you can do that and dominate a team that you're supposed to beat, so you're putting on a showcase. You're putting on front like, hey, we're playing this bad team. We know they're bad. We're not going to just barely beat them. We're gonna demolish them, and that's what they're doing. They're beating the bad teams bad, 42-10. You look at all the bad teams we played this year. The second time we played the Jets, blowout. Giants blew them out. They're a bad team. Browns blew them out. Titans was a good win. Like, we're beating the bad teams bad. So you handle the bill. You can't say the schedule. And then look at how if they was out here struggling to beat these teams, there'd be something else to say. But the fact they are beating these teams handily the way they are, that tells you right there that New England and the Pats are a good team. that tells you right then and there they're a good team, man. So we got to keep it up. Got another bad team coming up. Now Miami has been playing better, and we get into this game later on in the week. Final game, week 17, gets the Dolphins. Dolphins don't got much to play for. Patriots do, because you want to get that 1 seed. And then I know the Chargers came out. We're going to talk about this shortly. Harbaugh, they came out and said that they're going to rest some stars. So it looking like Denver probably is going to be the 1 seed. But if you want to stay at the 2 seed and not drop below Jacksonville, you need to win this game against Miami. You play another bad team. Quinn Ewers starting. So go out there and show this bad team that they're a bad team. Show the world that you can not only beat a bad team, but put a bad team in their place. Make a bad team look bad. So that's what I want to see they do against Miami. I thought Drake made just some of the throws he had yesterday on target, 5 touchdown passes. Like it was a crazy. I think that was probably his best game this season. I know it was against the Jets, but still, man, 5 touchdowns, that's crazy. And in terms of the MVP race, they're probably going to end up giving it to Stafford because they know Stafford's probably on his way out of the league or whatnot. But Drake May deserves MVP. If you're going to go off most valuable player, it has to be Drake May. It has to be. Like, and this is going to be kind of segue into the, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the MVP. Stafford's playing tonight against the Falcons. Let's just say Stafford goes out tonight and puts out a stinker, turns the ball over a couple times, and they lose to the Falcons. I think May jumps them. I think Stafford has a good game night down, man. I think Stafford will probably solidify because they got the Cardinals next week. But I think if you're going to go off the term most valuable player to the team, it's Drake May. I think the Rams will still be a competitive team if they had Jimmy G, which is the Rams' backup quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, starting, and they didn't have Stafford. We've seen Jimmy G with the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan. Had listen when he has talent around him, a good offensive line, good offensive play caller. We've seen that from Jimmy G. So I think with Stafford, if you put him in New England, you put May in LA, I mean, you're looking at 2 different quarterbacks and whatnot. And then with if the Rams didn't have Matt Stafford, I think Jimmy Garoppolo could do the same thing that Matt Stafford's doing. You take May off the Patriots, we're probably picking top 10 again. Probably not top 5 because Vrabel and coaching, and you got better talent. But if you take May away, you're picking top 10 again in the draft. So May is more valuable to the team. And then just to say this, just to simply put it, we had 4 wins last year. We had no expectation this year. The over-under was like 7 wins. You're sitting at almost 14 wins if you beat Miami, coming off of 2 4-win seasons. With all the new rookies, the new guys, new coaching staff you have around you, like May in the second year, I think May is most valuable. He's the most valuable, and I think May should be the MVP. But got a couple more weeks to figure that out, and they're probably not. They're not going to give out the award to the night before the Super Bowl. So I think we just have to wait and see what happens there. We have to wait and see what happens. Back to the Jets a little bit though. Ain't gonna spend a lot of time on the Jets. They're picking 3rd right now, so they probably going to lose that game anyway. They're probably going to try to lose it. I think they got to get a quarterback. Jets probably get a quarterback. They need some defensive players. And I know they lost Sauls and Quentin Williams. They had a couple more guys out yesterday, but they still would have lost the game. Probably wouldn't have been that bad. But Jets, and Jets got it bad right there, man. Because now you're in the division with Drake May, Josh Allen. Who knows what the heck the Dolphins going to do? But I feel a little bad for the Jets, though. I do. I feel a little bad for the Jets. Aaron Glenn, could be interesting to see what happens there if they keep him as the coach. Because we, as Patriots fans, we seen last year, we seen how it looks, and when it don't look good, I mean, Robert Kraft, they got rid of him. They hired Vrabel real quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I know reports have came out saying that the Jets were going to keep Aaron Glenn and he was not going to be fired. But after a loss like that, also after a loss like yesterday, gotta wonder if Woody Johnson and them are having some second thoughts. Maybe it could happen. It could happen. So we'll see. But gut feeling Aaron Glenn is probably gonna be safe there for another year. But 42-10 win over the Jets. Send the Jets on to the offseason. Their last game is coming up against Buffalo. We get to that game later on in the week. I'm gonna talk about the Bills and the Jets. If the Bills gonna rest their starters and what everything looks like with the playoff seeding and who we might play, get into all that. But 42-10, that's a butt whooping. MVP chance for May in New York. A lot of Patriots fans were there, as you've seen on TV. But I mean, 42-10, and it's interesting because that's where May got his first football action last year. When we got blown, I ain't gonna say a blow, but we lost to the Jets on Thursday Night Football. It was a blowout. It was you were down a couple possessions. We put Brissett on the bench and brought May in May came in and made a couple of plays in that game. Actually led out like a field goal drive or something like that. But that he got his first football action against the Jets in the MetLife Stadium last year, and then for him to come back, first time being back there since last year, put up 5 touchdowns and lead his team to a 42-10 win. That's great. That's good, man. So that's gonna be it for the Jets Patriots recap. AFC East. Yes, as you can see, give me 1 second. There's the AFC standings. The Patriots are AFC East champions. So with the Bills losing to the Eagles yesterday. Now you could have did it a couple weeks ago when you had Buffalo at 21-0, but with the Bills losing to the Eagles yesterday, now you are AFC East champions. Pats are AFC East champions, man. So that's good. That's one of the things that Vrabel said he wanted to do when he comes in. One of his first goals were win the AFC East. And then he said he wants to host home playoff games. Well, you're gonna get to do that now because you're the AFC East winner. And after that, it was compete for championships. So and then he said he want to take advantage of bad football. So you've been taking advantage of bad football. That goal, you got to check beside that. You won the AFC East. Check beside that. Next, host home playoff games. You can go ahead and put a check beside that, and now compete for championships. So we're just knocking down them goals. We're checking off those goals, man. That's good. AFC East champions. The first time you won the AFC East since the 2019 season. The Bills have won the division for 5 straight years. They've really controlled the division. And it's interesting because Vrabel, that's one of Vrabel's biggest things he wanted to do when he came in was win the division. And it would have been sweeter. It would have been better. It would have been nicer if we would have got it done a couple weeks ago when we had the team on our home turf in Buffalo. We had them there, and we could have won that game. Could have won it. You're up 21-0, then 24-7 at half. Come back out, and you're just flat. You took your foot off the gas. And the way that game ended with Buffalo scoring all those, coming back like that in a hurry, that you let one slip away, but you was able to win the game. And even if you would have lost to if you came back, you beat Baltimore after that game, but you just had to win out or hope that the Eagles beat the Bills, which they did yesterday. Bills lost the game, and now you're AFC East champs, man. So it's not the end all be all, but I mean, I'm excited for the team to be AFC East champs. Still got a ways to go, though. Still got a ways to go, man. Next, you host a home playoff game. So, and then keep in mind that win yesterday, you completed the quest. You were 8-0 on the road now. Coming into yesterday, you're 7-0. You're 8-0 on the road. It's the third time in Patriot history that the team has went undefeated on the road. 8-0 on the road. Starting off with wins in Miami. And then ending it in New York. You won in Buffalo. You won in Tampa. Like, you won against teams I didn't think you could win against on the road. But to go 8-0, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. So, good for the Pats, man. 8-0 AFC East champs, and job is not finished. What Kobe say, job's not finished, man. So we got to continue on, keep the foot on the gas, get ready for Miami this week at home. I want the team to play better at home. And then you're probably going to be playing the Chargers, which I'm about to get into, AFC playoff season, after we take a water break here shortly. You're probably going to be playing the Chargers in the first round of the playoffs. So AFC East champs is back in the Pats position, back in the Pats' favor now. So, hey, I love it. I love it, man. So that's good. They're AFC East champions, man. But hey, we gotta move on though. Got to move on. Let's take a water break real quick before we get into some playoff seeding. Introducing Black Diamond Concentrate from the Diamond Collection, a premium mineral supplement crafted to elevate your hydration experience, infused with 77 essential minerals and naturally alkaline to a pH of 10. It delivers powerful, reoccurring electrolytes to support optimal wellness. Formulated with no dyes, sweeteners, or artificial flavors, Black Diamond Concentrate is 100% natural. Just 2 dropperfuls added to a standard 16.9-ounce bottle of water can transform the way you hydrate. Order today at www.poweredbytmb.com and use code KENSPATSALT at checkout to receive 20% off your purchase. Now back to the show. Guys, go out and get your Black Diamond. Go out and get some Black Diamond. It's great for you. Get your Black Diamond, put it in your water. Check it out, man. Really appreciate it. Check it out. Get 20% off your first purchase, man. 20% off your first purchase. This show is powered by the Sportsline Media. Go over to www.sportslinemedia.com and check out the site, man. I really appreciate it, man. We built a team over there. We're doing some great things over there, so stay tuned for that. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you are sharing the content, and make sure you are subscribed to the Ken's Pat Talk Patriots podcast. Also, make sure you got your notifications on, man, for when I do go live. Let's see. Let's get into some AFC playoff standings. All right, here we go. Right here. So we got here are the seedings right now in the AFC. Denver's number 1, 13-3. Pats 13-3. Denver has a tiebreaker because of the better conference record. That Bills game that we lost a couple weeks ago is really what's going to come at the Hunters. But before then, we could have, that game's going to come at the Hunters. Jacksonville's 3. Jacksonville playing some good ball. Pittsburgh 4. Still leading the division right now. Baltimore alert. They got a big game against Baltimore this Sunday night on NBC. That's going to be a good one. Texans, and that game's going to be for the division. Texans on the 5 seed. They beat the Chargers on Saturday. So Chargers really don't got. I'm about to get to the Chargers shortly. Chargers really don't got much to play for this coming week. They don't got much to play for. Let me see. Right, Chargers they just lost to the Texans, so 11-5. Texans 11-5, so they got the same record. Texans with the better record, and they got the head-to-head. Buffalo is at 7 at 11-5. I think Buffalo beat the Jets. Then they go up to 6. Assuming Houston handle business against the Colts. And the Chargers are going to be starting Trey Lance over Justin Herbert. So that's how it's looking right now. So if the season ended today, you would have the Patriots at home against the Buffalo Bills. I don't think that's going to stand because I even think even if Buffalo rest their starters, I think they still could beat the Jets. The Jets are horrible. They look like a JV football team. They look horrible. So I think they could beat the Jets with Mitch Trubisky, but Josh Allen is dealing with a foot issue. I think I've seen a report that he's doing better. He's doing a little better. So we'll see what happens there. But the Jets are a miss. So I think Bills are hounding that. And I think by next week, around this time, we'll be looking at a 2-7 matchup of the Patriots at home going up against the Chargers. What I think is going to end up being Pats Chargers for the 2-7 matchup. The Chargers will be traveling to New England. And I like the matchup in a little bit, but then in a little bit I really don't. Because I think the just Chargers team, I think they could be dangerous. They could be a dangerous 7 seed with Justin Herbert coming in there, Derwin James on defense. They got Lad McConkey. We saw what they did. I know last year was two different rosters, but Herbert probably coming in there. That can be a problem. Chargers can be a problem coming in there with Herbert and Lad McConkey. They can run the football. I know he's put out his top 2 tackles and Slater. Joe Alt's been out, but that's an interesting matchup. And Harbaugh, he's had playoff success with the 49ers. He has playoff experience. Vrabel does too, but I'm interested in seeing May in his first playoff game. I'm interested in seeing that. Drake May in his first playoff game. That's something that's really kind of gone under the radar. Drake May in his first playoff game. I want to see that. Because, the playoffs is that's a different game. That's a different animal there, that playoffs. You can put up all the gaudy numbers and throw 5 touchdowns against the Jets and look good against the Saints and Titans, Browns, and Johnson, those teams like that. Get to the playoffs, it's a 1-game season. It's win or go home. It's not the NBA where you got to win the best out of 7. You get 4 chances. Nah. In the playoffs, it's 1-game season. And the Chargers, Herbert has not been good in the playoffs as of lately. He has not been good in the playoffs. He lost to Jacksonville a couple years ago, lost to the Texans. He's been bad in the playoffs. At some point, you got to thank Herbert, the quarterback, the caliber of quarterback he is, and the pedigree that they got over there with a lot of veterans and Harbaugh. He hasn't won a Super Bowl as a coach, but he's been to a Super Bowl. He's had playoff success. He's had big game success. You gotta think at some point the tide is going to turn for the Chargers, and they're going to have some better success. And Herbert is going to finally get over the hump in the playoffs. So you got to think that. I see a lot of people on social media like they're happy about the matchup. We want the Chargers rather than having having Buffalo come in there again. But I kind of feel that way too. But I do want to hold off a little bit. This is a dangerous Charger team. They got Khalil Mack. They don't have Joey Bosa. They're not going to have the 2 tackles. Justin Herbert, he's not playing Sunday, so he's going to have a little bit of time to rehab and get that hand better. And he's been battered and bruised the last month of the season. So I'm not surprised that they're not going to play against the Broncos and Trey Lance going to start, but this ain't going to be no cakewalk. This will not be a cakewalk of a game against the Chargers. We seen last year that Jesse Minter and his defense gave Drake May problems. I know it's a different team, a lot of different players and stuff like that, but they gave May some problems. They gave him problems. That's the game May got hurt. They thought he had a concussion, but he came back. You know, just one of those games, man. So, and we was out of it. We was a bad football team last year. I get it. But better coaching, better team, better personnel. And I think that we're better this year than what the Chargers were last year. We're better. Chargers they had the tackles, they without the 2 tackles. They had Bosa last year. They had some guys last year. This year, I think we're the better team. I do feel we're the better overall team. Not just because we're ranked higher. No, I feel we are the better complete team than the Chargers. But I feel like playoff experience, Herbert has it, even though he hasn't played well. Big game experience, we ain't going up against no rookies or no somebody that can't play, like with no unexperienced, with their inexperience. We go up against a veteran team and a Pro Bowl, a pretty good darn quarterback. I just feel like as far as team-wise, we are better. We're getting healthier. Milton Williams should be back. Will Campbell should be back. Tonga, Spillane. I think Alex Austin will come back in, give us some more cornerback depth. He's been on IR since the Bengals game. So I think our depth is going to help us. We got some depth coming back. And I feel like we are the better all-around team. And I think we'll be more healthier than the Chargers. But I do feel at some point the Chargers they're going to turn that corner and maybe they get a playoff win. They have some playoff success because they haven't had it. They have not had it yet. So, and we have not seen Drake make the playoffs. We have not. I'm going to continue to say it. We have not seen May in the playoffs. Haven't seen it yet. That is TBD on Drake May, how he will perform in the postseason. It's all that's TBD. You've seen guys have magnificent regular season, be in the MVP conversation, have the best record. Then come in the playoffs and it all just go down the drain. So we've seen it. So it's going to be a lot on May. We got to see how he. I don't think May's the type of guy that'll choke in the playoffs and just look completely lost like it's a different game, because it's not. I don't think May will do that, but I do. It's something to be said that we have not seen him in the playoffs. Now, for all we know, he might come in and look like nothing could fake. Look at Jaden Daniels last year. Jaden Daniels looked good last year in the playoffs. He looked just like he did in the regular season. Got to the NFC Championship game, went up against a better team in Philadelphia, and we seen what happened to the Commanders. Don't put out on Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels had a pretty good season last year. Rookie of the year. Was in the MVP run. He was running up for the MVP. He was in the MVP conversation. But and he didn't look out of sorts that game. He played it just like he'd been playing all year last year. That's what won the offensive rookie of the year. We don't know how May's going to do. I don't think May's that type of guy that just fold under pressure and just look completely just lost. I don't think he'll do that. He just because May seems like he don't get too high, don't get too, but he just stays the same. So I think May will be fine. We still got to see it though. So that's going to be interesting to see, man, with the playoffs coming up in 2 weeks. Right now, it's looking like Buffalo. That's not right now. I think it's going to be the Chargers, assuming Buffalo play their starters and they beat the Jets. I think it's going to be the Chargers. Nothing is set in stone right now, but assuming everything goes, Buffalo play their starters, they beat the Bills. Chargers lose the Broncos because they start Trey Lance. Broncos are ahead of bye. Patriots be going to the Patriots will be home for the Chargers be coming to New England. The Jazz will be playing the 6th. I think Buffalo would be the 6th. And then Texans would be the 5 matchup playing either as Pittsburgh or Baltimore. So we got our week to break down those games and whatnot, and that's what we're going to do this week. I will be doing another show on Thursday night. We're doing another show. It's not a Thursday night game this week, I don't think. No Thursday night game for New Year's, January 1st. So no Thursday night game this week. But I will be going live doing a show on the first of the year. We'll be doing a show talking about some more playoff seeding and talking about this Miami Dolphins game. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're sharing the content. And make sure you are subscribed to the Cans Paps Talk Patriots podcast, man. Really appreciate it. Tonight's Monday Night Football matchup. We got Rams at Falcons. Big game in terms of the MVP conversation. Can Stafford keep up? I mean, he's been putting up some good numbers this year. Falcons are pretty good defense at home. They've been pretty good at home. They haven't won a game since they beat the Bills in like October. I think they haven't won a game at home. They've been struggling at home since then. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. If Stafford struggles tonight or if the Falcons lose, does that put a dent and Stafford MVP campaign. If he struggles and they lose, I think so. I think the Vols will have something to look at about that. Because based off what May look yesterday, 5 touchdowns. I know it's against the Jets. So not saying Stafford got to throw 5 touchdowns night, but he has to look pretty darn good. He has to look good against Atlanta Falcons team that really ain't got nothing to play for. And that hasn't even won a lot of games. So let's see how Stafford looks tonight. I'm hoping the Falcons win. I root for the Falcons. I want May to get MVP. Think he deserves it. So that's gonna be interesting to see what happens tonight, man. Can't wait to see. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on tonight. I think the Rams are at least a touchdown favorite. Let me confirm that. Yeah, round 7.5. So Rams are 7.5 favorite tonight, man. So I'm gonna go. I think the Rams will win, even though I'm hoping they lose. I hope the Falcons and Kirk Cousins could put on a show in Atlanta inside the dome and beat the Rams. What I'm hoping for, but I think Rams probably win this game and Stafford probably have a solid day. But if we want May to get MVP, we need Stafford to struggle tonight, and then they got the Cardinals next week. So that's gonna be something to look forward to and be interesting, man. So I will see you guys Thursday night. We'll start talking about some Dolphins. Make sure you stay tuned to my social medias and my YouTube channels. Make sure you got your post notifications on for when I do go live. Make sure you guys are liking, even that thumbs up. Make sure you're sharing the content. Make sure you are subscribed to the Ken's Patriots podcast. I got Rams tonight. I think it'll be a high score. I'm gonna go Rams 28. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams 28-24. Rams win tonight. That's what I think. They don't cover. Rams win tonight. So that's who I think wins. I got Rams 28-24. Stafford throws a couple of touchdowns, and I think Kirk Cousins turns it over late, and the Rams win. So I'm gonna go Rams tonight with a win. Even though I hope they lose. So we'll see what happens, man. So see you guys later on in the week. Hit that like button, thumbs up. Make sure you're sharing the content. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you put make sure you turn your post notifications on. Have your post notifications on. And when I do go live, you don't want to miss it, man. Start talking about the Dolphins later on this week. Appreciate it, guys. Go Pats.